Good day, students. In this video, let's learn how to graph an ellipse. An ellipse is a closed curve, the intersection of a right circular cone and a plane that is not parallel to the base, the axis, or an element of the cone. That's one way to define an ellipse. Another way is to say an ellipse is determined by a constant and two fixed points, also known as foci, each called a focus point.
The midpoint of the major axis is called the center of the ellipse.
Major axis is the longest diameter of ellipse passing through both foci. Minor axis is the shortest diameter of ellipse perpendicular to the major axis.
At each end of the major axis, we can find vertices, and an endpoint of the minor axis is called the co-vertices.
And that's all the terminology we need to know.
The form of the equation of an ellipse that has its center at the origin looks like this. We have these terms A and B, which give us information about the major and minor axis. We use the formula x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1 is the principal axis of horizontal, while x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared equals 1 is the principal axis of vertical.
Hello everyone, and today I'll be teaching you how to solve and graph conic section and ellipse. So let's start with this equation. Now from this equation, what do you see? We have x squared over 64 plus y squared over 16. Now, how do we solve this? And what is the formula? And since, as you can see, it is 64, it's greater than 16, we'll be using this formula, which is x squared over a squared plus y squared equals b squared. Now that we finally got our formula, which is this, we can start the solving. Now, how do we solve this equation? First, we're going to square root. So, square root of a squared equals square root of 64. Now, how do we solve this? Obviously, you're going to cancel square and the square root, which you're left with a. Now, what is the square root of 64? We have a equals 8. Now next, square root of b squared equals square root of 16. Same as a square, cancel square and cancel the square root. What is the square root of 16? Which is, we're going to get b equals 4. Now that we're done with solving or done with square root, next we're going to solve c, which c is square root of a square minus b square. And since it's looking for a square and b square, we're going to get 64 and 16. So we're going to put that in there, which is the square root of 64 minus 16. Now what is 64 minus 16? Which you'll get square root of 48. Now what is the square root of 48? You get 6.9. Now keep in note that this A equals to 8, this is our center vertex. B equals to 4 is our center co-vertex. And our C is our center focus. Now that we finished solving this, we're going to solve or find our latus rectum. And what the formula of our latus rectum is b squared over a. And since it's looking for b squared, we're going to get 16. And since it's looking for a, not a squared, we're going to get a equals to 8. So 16 over 8. So 16 divided by 8 is 2. So this is our latus rectum, our center vertex, our center co-vertex, and our center focus. Now that we finally finish our solving, we're going to move to graphing. So we'll start with our graph. Okay, so this is the y-axis, and this is our x-axis. Now first, we'll try looking for our vertex, which this is our vertex. We'll start from our x-axis because the greater number is 64. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here is our vertex 1. Now to the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's a vertex 1. Here's a vertex 2. Next, we're going to find our y-axis, which is going to be the center co-vertex, which is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And to the other, from down below, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that we are done with our vertex and our co-vertex, we're going to look for our center focus, which is 6.9. So we'll start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since it is 6.9, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in between here. And same goes to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And for our latus rectum, we'll start here in the y-axis. 1, 2. So here is our latus rectum. 1, 2. Now we're going to align our center focus to the latus rectum, which is here. Or you can just use your fingers to trace where. So here is our our center focus, and here is our latus rectum. So here is our latus rectum. And then to the other side, which is here. And now that we finally form our latus rectum and our center focus, we're going to form our ellipse. So we'll start from here. Connect it to our latus rectum, down to our vertex 2, then connect it to our latus rectum 3, then connect it to our y-axis of our co-vertex, then up to our latus rectum 4, up to our vertex 1, then connect from vertex 1 to our latus rectum 1 up to, oh, I actually went too far, up to our center co-vertex. And it's not aligned, but this is already our ellipse. This is latus rectum 1, latus rectum 2, latus rectum 3, latus rectum 4. There you have it, ellipse. So I hope you guys understand. It's very simple, and I'm sure you guys can answer this as well with me. So